be making a great pumpkin Charlie Brown lunch today. We're going to start off by making some chocolate letters that we will adhere to some pretzel sticks later. You can also use cheese, fruit, or veggies if you'd like. We're going to take 2 thin slices of sweet potato and cut some pumpkins out. You can also use carrot if you'd like. We are going to cut out 2 small pumpkins and then 2 large pumpkins. And as always, the supplies will be linked in the description of this video. Then we are just going to throw these in the steamer. Again, you can always use raw broccoli and raw carrots if you'd like. We're going to take another pumpkin cutter and cut out a tiny little mini sandwich out of this bread. And again, don't throw your scraps away. You can use those for so many things. But we're going to come back to this bread later. This will be the top of our mini sandwich. There are a few methods you can color this. This is the milk painting method. This is natural food coloring and is 100% plant-based. You just sprinkle it in your milk and you stir it up until you get the color that you desire. Add more if needed. And then you're just going to take a little brush and just start painting it on a very thin layer. You don't want to soak your bread. You just want to put a thin layer on the top. Okay, once you have it all colored, we are going to place it on a piece of foil. And we're going to put it in the oven for just a few minutes. You don't want it to brown, you just want it to dry. Now it's nice and dry. The other method that you can use, coloring markers, again, they will be linked below, as well as the natural food coloring. And then I just take a small little circle just to make a few little pumpkin ridges, just to make it look a little more animated and have a little more detail. And then I'm going to take my food coloring marker and I'm just going to color these in so that they can be seen a little bit better. Put one down the middle here. And I'm going to go around the outside edge just to give it a little more definition. And onto the other side. Just work your way all the way around. I have these little leaf sprinkles. I'm just going to pick out a couple green ones and just press those into the base of the stem. And now we're just going to cut the bottom portion of that little mini sandwich and put it aside. Now for our main sandwich, we're going to do Linus with his little blanket. And for the bottom portion, we are just going to press it down and use a little roller just to get a nice clean cut. Save the scraps. And we're just going to use this little plunger, but you can use anything just to poke this out of the cutter. Now for the top piece, just take your marker, color along the lines. If you're using the natural food coloring, you would need to paint it on with a food brush. And then my camera went out, but just stamp it and then use a spoon just to push in those impressions so that you get them all. And again, use your plunger to take the bread out of the cutter. And I'd like to touch it up a little bit in some areas that didn't get a lot of color. Now we are going to take a slice of brown pear and I cut this into a little ghost shape for Charlie Brown's costume. And if you remember, he cut a bunch of holes into his costume, so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to put holes all over our little ghost. And we are putting blueberries under our ghost so the dark will shine through the holes. And you're going to take some chocolate rocks, some M&Ms, and some popcorn of your choice. And let's put this lunch together. Now that it is all finished, I will show you how to pack it. Place your child's napkin here. Because the sandwiches are small, we want to keep those from moving around. And then take a little press and seal and just put that right over top of your sandwiches. Then we are going to close our box up. We're going to roll it around a few times and you will see that everything will stay in place. Let's open it up. And a few things shifted, but it's all in the same place.